Hello and welcome to Channel 7 News. Oh my god.
Oh my god, sorry. We've already tried to film this video today.
So many times.
It was a fail though, because today we're packing up our whole entire van. We're moving out.
There's crap everywhere.
And there's stuff everywhere, and we're like, you know what would be fun? Let's chat to you guys while we're moving out. And it just got very overwhelming, and so now we're just gonna have a nice, relaxed sit down talk instead. This is overwhelming to anyone. How do you not get overwhelmed by this?
It looks like so much fun. This is our last day in this caravan. That is super sad.
I know.
It's bittersweet. Like
We've been saying bittersweet, but honestly, I just feel like bitter. I'm gonna miss it so much.
This caravan's so good to live in, guys. It's been amazing, especially staying put at the moment. But we'll talk about that more later. We got a big list of things to talk about.
Yeah. So I put up a question box a few weeks ago, and we never actually got around to answering a lot of your questions. A lot of them were sort of like, what are you gonna do with the fuel crisis and that sort of thing, which you sort of answered on our last video. But yeah, we just sort of wanted to reflect on the last lap and what very well may be our last lap.
It's definitely our last lap for a very long time. We'll definitely do another lap one day for sure.
One day, but yeah, that's probably the last time that we're going to do really long-term Australian travel like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the end of an era, you guys, moving out of the van.
The end of the era.
As well.
Out. Troopy days. Oh my god. Remember that?
Do I remember the troopy days?
I don't remember it. But we should go back and watch the videos.
We should, hey.
Classic.
One thing that I actually love about the troopy days, and I feel like I would recommend anyone just go out for as long as you possibly can in like a rooftop tent and make that your home.
With a chemical toilet.
For like a good amount of time, because your gratitude barometer will forever be changed.
When you flush that toilet, when you use that hot water that just comes out at a house.
But that's why I loved living here so much, because every single day I would get into that bathroom or I'd open my wardrobe and I'd just be like, oh, yes, this is the best.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I'm going to miss it a lot.
We're just going to reminisce a bit here on the last year. And the first thing we've got written down is, do you have any major mistakes or regrets from this last trip? Absolutely. So the biggest mistake we made on this particular trip was the timing we left WA to head north.
Yeah. In hindsight, we should not have stuck so committed to the idea of a lap once we realised that we were going to be delayed going north. We had originally intended on leaving in like May, I think, and then we didn't end up leaving until about August.
And we missed it.
And yeah, we probably should have, like, we've done this before. We should have known, and we should have probably rerouted by the time we got to like Ningaloo or something. But we just didn't. We were just too committed to the idea of one last lap, and it was kind of a disaster. So we had planned to go to like Purnululu, revisit the Bungle Bungles. That was something that we were so excited to do. But that trip...
It got to the point there, remember, when we were travelling from WA to Northern Territory.
Yeah.
And we have 200 litres of water under the caravan. It was so hot coming out of the taps for days. You could have a tea out of it.
Yeah,
we couldn't even cool down.
We just want to have a cold shower.
It was
so
crazy.
Bad. I have the most hilarious photo of us sitting right here, and we're naked, so you guys won't see it. But we're just like trying to catch a breeze from this hatch up here, and this is leather as well, so it's
sticky.
And then, because I think we were trying to run the aircon, and then we had like a big sheet up here so that we could like encapsulate this small little space with the aircon, and then we're like, no, we need to go to a caravan park.
Lithium battery got heat soaked, and it went into like a safe mode where it won't let you use it. So it would only let us use like the fridge would stay on. You couldn't use the aircon. So we were stuffed like that, and then we parked up at a free rest side stop one day. And we're like, oh, it'll cool down at night, and it did not.
It did not.
So...
And then, because like we didn't sleep either, and that was literally the day or 2 days after we got heat stroke at the top of a waterfall in Kununurra, which you would think we would know better by now, but apparently not. So
that was scary, eh?
We thought we were doing the right thing by giving ourselves, let's just give ourselves the afternoon or a day to recover. But I think we felt the effects of that for pretty much the whole time we're in NT. We were not doing too well.
One mistake like that can screw you up bad.
Yeah, we were really excited to spend some more time in the Northwest and the NT, but yeah, our timing just really screwed us there, and it got to a point where we spent 2 or 3 days in Kakadu National Park and we were like, nah, we gotta go. So yeah, we missed a lot of the NT, which is quite disappointing.
But we made some good videos and we got the memories there now, so that I don't regret it. But talking of regrets, the next thing is regrets. So a few things we regret are, I wish I had bought a second cassette for the toilet, because we found ourselves filling that toilet up quite quick, and I wish I just had another one in the car that we could just swap over and not stress about the dump point situations. Especially where we were, it was quite remote and it got hard at times.
Something else that I kind of regret from this trip is maybe prioritizing work a little bit. Like we have a bit of a weird work-life balance because our work is awesome.
Yeah.
And then so our life is awesome, but then sometimes we just focus a little bit too much on work, and I think that balance was a little bit off. I did get into reading, so that was sort of my thing that we got to do separately, but I think we probably should have prioritized some more hobbies or something to do separately. Yeah,
one more thing is I wish we had a diesel heater from the start. If you're getting a caravan, put a diesel heater in your caravan.
We were mostly in warm climates the whole time, but
now that we're here in winter, it's been freezing and we've had to use that aircon. It uses a lot of power. So has anything broken on the caravan? Yes, a few things broke actually. So the Thetford fridge handle snapped, the Thetford oven stovetop.
Sorry, Thetford.
But it's little things that we could have not broke.
Yeah.
It's more a user error. So we snapped the handle off the fridge, which is fine. They have spares for that. We use the oven without pulling out a particular thing on the oven that stops the heat from rising to your dials.
Yeah, there's like a guard.
We melted one of them.
We lost a cabinet latch.
A latch. That's it.
Which was easily replaced.
Surprisingly, after all the reviews I've read, our slide-out bed did not stuff up once.
Oh, yeah.
We would have opened and closed that. We have been the best testers for that. Over 200 times.
Yeah, that was something we were kind of worried about going into this kind of caravan, because I guess think of this sort of thing as people will have them for maybe like 4 trips a year or for every other weekend or whatever. So yeah, we were like, oh gosh, is it gonna go okay going in and out over the course of a year?
Fine.
And it was all good.
The awning sometimes doesn't close all the way. Because it's hard to explain, but that's because we didn't move our awning properly. It flaps in the wind and then it creeps over and then it closes on an angle.
Yeah.
So that was another thing, but that's user error, not taking care of it. So, but that's fixed now, and nothing broke.
A little latch on the shower, but again, easily replaced.
All the body's perfect, everything worked, so it was great. And I guess we did put it to the test. We didn't go on many corrugated roads because we just didn't get to that, didn't we?
Yeah.
In the end, but the suspension.
Again, we're sort of rushing to
it.
Catch the weather.
Yeah.
So that's honestly, if that's one thing that you can take away from our trip, just don't make that mistake if you can avoid it.
And then see on the edge here, there's like a laminate that goes on the edge of the bench tops and the table. A few of them delaminated themselves, but we just glued them straight back on and they haven't come apart. So the Jayco did well. I'm actually very happy with it.
I just went to go film this outside, but then I realised this is the last time that I'm ever going to sit here and have a chat. So I had to move inside the van and let you guys know I have something very exciting to share. Do you remember a few weeks ago when we said that one of you was going to get the chance to win a brand new unreleased Sunny Scenes table? I have the winner of that, which I'll share with you in a second. But firstly, I want to say a huge thank you to you guys for supporting our sponsors like Sunny Scenes, because that's the only way that this channel can keep going. So we really, really appreciate it. And if you were interested in trying anything from Sunny Scenes, this is the best possible time to do it, because they're currently having their biggest sale of the year, their end of financial year sale. That means literally everything is currently discounted. They've got their chairs, their rugs, the cute little toiletry bags that they have now, literally everything. I know a few of you have said that you love the look of our reclining camp chair that we've got from Sunny Scenes, but they also have 2 brand new styles of camp chair as well. The first one is like a director's style chair with a little table on the side, and the second is a really, really lightweight compact spinny chair, which I think we might end up getting a pair of because we are downsizing. Also, don't forget that your rugs are machine washable, so not only are they beautiful picnic blankets, but you can also put them over the bed as well. Even though everything is currently discounted, you can still get your further 10% off using our code JM10, or you can use the link in the video description as well. But without further ado, the winner of the camp table is Kieran Garvey. We're going to send you an email and get your delivery details and all that sort of thing to pass on to Sunny Scenes. Thanks again, guys. We really appreciate it. Back to the video.
Best and worst parts of the trip. Best part of the trip was meeting some of you guys. It was incredible. The funniest thing with one of you guys that we met, Jamie, was he had a profile photo and we couldn't see him. And you got to be weary these days when you meet people. But I mean, I'm all for it. And I was like, we got to meet this guy in a public space. It was quite funny. We told him the whole story, and because I couldn't see his profile photo, and we met him, and he was not who we thought we were meeting, and it was the funniest thing ever. He's a truckie from Caboolture in Queensland, and he was the funniest guy. He's been following the channel for so long. We met him at a Starbucks in a public setting because we just didn't know who we were meeting.
That's my favourite thing about not just travelling but this YouTube channel, is the fact that I guess like, because we do share more than just travel, and we share like what is actually going on in our lives. So when we meet people, it feels like we already know everyone. I don't know, it's a really funny feeling.
And then I'm like, how'd you know that? So I watched your videos. So yeah, we met a few more people, and the best part was probably going to Fraser Island with Greg and Rachel.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
It wasn't just Fraser Island or Gari. It was spending it with some viewers that have watched from the start.
And it was just a great trip, even though like the weather and the horse flight, like nothing really seemed to get us down, even though the flies.
I pulled out a truck. It was just the best ever. The worst part would have to be the fuel prices. But we're not talking about that. But nothing went bad.
But then at the same time, Tasmania was another real highlight, and that was while the fuel price thing was going on.
Yeah.
So I guess that just goes to show how much we love Tasmania, is that even our business model blowing up in our faces didn't really detract from how great it was.
On the verge of bankruptcy. But it was still good. So the next thing we got written down is, do you find yourself still learning about van life as you travel, or do you think you've got everything down packed?
Definitely still learning.
We have not learned everything.
Yeah. I mean, the heat stroke in Connemara is very obvious proof of that, or that we're still always learning.
You learn something every day, and there's always a problem that you have to fix. That's a big thing traveling. There's always going to be a problem, whether it be planning or something's wrong with the van or your car or whatever.
But then I think that's also what is so great about the lifestyle as well.
But
that's going to keep your brain going, you know.
Yeah. So the biggest tip I'd say is learn how to fix things. You must know how to fix your car and your caravan and hold the proper tools and all that. That's the biggest thing I've learned, because that will save you so much money. And if you don't know how to fix something in the middle of nowhere, you're going to be paying for it. So Starlink. I will not travel without Starlink in case that happens. So where do you want to talk?
Oh, well, that was just a couple of things that we learned from this trip alone.
Yeah, so we learned that gas is great. We have 2 gas bottles on the caravan. We fill them up twice. So we went through 4 gas bottles the whole trip, and that did our hot water system and our gas the whole time. And I was amazed.
We had some long hot showers when we were connected to mains as well.
I could not believe how long gas lasted. So I am a gas convert. Induction's still good if you've got the right power for it. But gas, I'm sold on the gas and stovetop and oven. The oven we used every day almost. So it was great. And the instantaneous hot water, incredible.
Yeah.
I'm so sold on it.
Another thing that we learned this time around, we didn't actually fall victim to it ourselves, but it was just sort of a word of mouth thing. If you can avoid, well, I mean, I think you always can avoid it. So don't trust third-party apps when you're booking caravan parks, because you are going to pay more.
Be careful.
Be careful.
Call them or go on their websites.
Yeah.
Because you're going to pay more.
Usually, we kind of are a little bit annoying, and we'll usually call, because sometimes you can get a little bit of it. Because sometimes the website has like an extra booking fee or whatever. So, I mean, that's so cheapskate. We'll do something just to save like $2.50 or whatever.
Yeah.
But also, in that same sort of way, something that we learned this time around. I mean, it's something that we've always said, but try and do your best to make your own judgment of a place, because before we had left on this trip, I had been seeing a lot of discourse on the internet about Ningaloo and how, because I think it had been maybe 4 years since our last visit there.
Yeah.
So seeing a lot about Ningaloo, about how, oh, it's too overcrowded now, it's gone to absolute crap, it's not worth it, don't go.
Yeah, but do you know why you might see that? Now, I just thought about it. It's because so many people go there. When more people go to places, you're going to have more reviews.
Yeah, true.
I guess. So that's maybe why.
Yeah, so I guess if you search on the internet Ningaloo's crap, you're going to find evidence to why Ningaloo is crap. If you search Ningaloo's amazing, you're going to find evidence. Like, I'm not just talking about Ningaloo, but anywhere in Australia. Because, we brought it up before how we would read Wikicamp's reviews on a campsite that would say it's awful, but we stay there and think it's amazing. So just do your best to make your own judgment.
And just go.
Yeah.
Just go check it out. Don't...
If you think that you might like it, because, I mean, now you can find a video or a photo for almost anywhere.
Yeah.
Just, if you think, oh, I might like that, just go and give it a go for yourself. Don't let other people's opinions sway you.
Yeah. We got written down here, any sort of long-term goals, personal or for the channel. Well, we've got a couple for the channel that are out there. Notice how I say a couple. Notice how I say there is some silicone on my shirt. That is as far as we'll go with that. Also, Facebook Markets has been providing, and also the auctions here in Perth are great. So we will talk about that next week. Anything else to add to that? I forgot what the question was.
Our goals for the channel.
100k subscribers, guys. You're killing me.
That's been our goal for like 3 years. I am very grateful for the community that we do have currently. It's honestly amazing.
Are any pies better in Tasmania?
Pies are better. You guys, if you go to Tasmania, just be forewarned. You're never going to have a good pie ever again in your entire life, because you're always going to be searching for that pie. It's really sad. We had a pie on our road trip back across to WA. No, it was awful. It was so bad, and we're like, oh my gosh, never again.
Beats it, man. Tim Timbers Cafe in Tasmania has the best pies in the world. So, what's your favourite and least favourite things about your caravan? Alright, so, least favourite thing.
Maybe the size is a little bit restricting.
Yeah, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing. Least favourite thing.
Least favourite thing. Least favourite thing.
Yeah, I got one. When you got the inverter on and you go to bed with the inverter on, if you accidentally leave it on when you're off grid, or when you're at a caravan park and you've got it plugged in, the inverter has to stay on. When you go to sleep, there's ringing noise. And I can hear it and it bugs me.
I don't think I can hear it, eh?
Yeah, it doesn't bug me.
Maybe you got those dog ears or
So there's a little buzzing noise that annoys you. And then I wish I had more solar. We've got 800 watts of solar. Maybe 400 watts more would have been great.
Well, we never incorporated a blanket. We never put a blanket out or anything like that.
Other than that, I don't hate anything about this caravan. Honestly, I'm not just saying that because we work with Jayco. I'm saying that because I've genuinely fallen in love with it. Especially staying put here for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Next level. It's like really freaking shy.
Yeah.
But
favourite thing, the bathroom.
Yeah. Just the space in general.
Yeah.
It's next level. So,
well, I think I said it when we moved in, but yeah, we haven't had a bathroom since 2020.
It's been great.
Yeah.
The amount of water we can hold is just next level.
The amount of skincare that I could buy and didn't end up getting into a good routine.
Yeah, and the
and
queen
was
bed.
wasted.
The queen bed.
Yeah.
And the TV with the smart TV.
Oh yeah, we actually ended up using that. That's something that we said when we moved in, that we probably won't use that because we just watch stuff on the laptop because that's what we're so used to. But yeah, we used the crap out of that TV.
Yeah, we did. So I guess we should talk about the size of it now and if we would do it again. So I feel like we have chapters in our life or our journey we've shared with you guys. We started in Troopy, we did the Hilux with the rooftop tent, we've done Japan travels in motorhome, we've done Myrtle, the green vintage caravan, and we've experienced it all. This was the easiest living-wise trip we've done. The caravan was freaking amazing to travel with. It was great. But now that I've done it, I can see who this caravan would suit more. It would suit people like us if we weren't trying to get to certain areas in Australia, like really off-grid, hard to get to places, and we're working.
Yeah.
That's why it suited us so well. And we'd park up for 2 weeks at a time, but
I would say if we weren't doing like film and then staying put to edit, if we were just traveling like how people usually would, we would probably want to travel too quickly that this would probably become a hindrance.
Yes. So,
does that make sense?
Yeah. So it would really, where it would shine, would be
slow travellers.
Grey nomads.
Yeah.
Where they park up for 4 weeks at a time at a caravan park or wherever. They set up their awning with the walls on it. This is the caravan for you.
Yeah.
I
want to experience that. I want to do that.
Yeah. Or like a silver line with the double couch pull out with the bed that goes out as well. That's where this caravan shines, and I think it suits those kinds of people, like us working and that kind of grey nomads. If I was to do it again, I'd go with a 17, 18 or 19 foot caravan so we can get to those more cooler places
Probably
with
19,
our setup.
so we can keep the bathroom.
Yeah, but with an ensuite. I'm sold on an ensuite. So that's what I would go with next, is a 19 foot.
What do you use to edit your videos? I use Premiere Pro, Adobe. However, I say to people when they ask, if I was to do it all over again and learn a program and start from scratch, I probably wouldn't go with Adobe because I pay Adobe a lot of money per month. So I would probably try and learn on a different thing that's either like a one-off payment rather than a subscription. I think Final Cut Pro or something like that is one where you just pay for the thing and then you've got lifetime access, whereas with Adobe I have to pay monthly. But right now I'm in too deep and I can't be bothered learning a new program, so I'm just going to stick with Adobe. But yeah,
it's pretty good though.
Yeah, I do like it, but yeah, it's like, I think I pay $30 a month or something just to use that one program.
That's crazy.
And then I got to pay like another $30 to use Lightroom and Photoshop and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But best swimming hole in Australia, there was this one point where I was sitting in Litchfield National Park.
I actually think we missed the best swimming hole in Perth because it was too... Perth?
In Australia?
My brain. Australia. I think we missed it. It was... I reckon it would have been Gunlom Falls in Kakadu.
Why didn't we go there?
It was too hot. We wanted to go. It was too hot.
Yeah.
We were tapping out.
For me, it was that one in Litchfield Park where I was sitting like this on the waterfall.
Yeah, that little water hole. That's your favourite.
It was more like a putt hole.
It's literally like a splash pool for
that's
a baby.
That's it for me. Not deep. Could see the bottom. You know what's in there. And it was just like the water was running down. Oh, it was sort of taking me back.
I reckon for me, well, like Josephine Falls again is amazing. You didn't go in at Josephine Falls, did you?
No.
Maguk, you went for a swim there.
Which one's in Maguk?
In Kakadu, Barramundi.
Oh,
Falls,
yeah.
known as. And Big Crystal Creek always will be my favourite, I reckon.
Yeah, you know
Queensland.
You know what's crazy is we can be talking to someone and they'll mention a place now and I can picture it.
Unless it's in New South Wales or Victoria.
Or like we read magazines now and it's like, I know where that is.
Yeah.
Just gloating. What did you used to do for work? I was a tower crane dogman. I was Perth's #1 labourer.
I thought we were going to stop gloating.
Well, that's what my boss called me, Perth's #1 labourer. He had me in his phone as number one. So, and a traffic controller and just a site leading hand kind of thing. And Megan?
I did rental inspections all day, every day, and property condition reports. It's quite funny that I feel like the things that we have done in the past have all sort of like added to this current job. Like I feel like that sort of attention to detail I had to learn in that job has been really good. And then before that I did retail with a higher like visual merchandising focus. So I feel like the visual merchandising helps so much when we do product photography and that sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it's kind of funny how these like dead end sort of jobs that I was working
have actually helped.
Yeah.
Sorry if there's some noise in the background. So we're staying with this guy, right? Here, Ken and Barb's. Wicked names, eh?
Ken and Barbie.
Mate, this guy is 70 years old and he is an absolute animal.
Jack's just looking into his future.
We get along like a house on fire. He's like, oh, come look at this tool, come look at this. Oh, I've got this project as well. He's grinding a gun cabinet at the moment. So there's a bit of grinding in the background. That's what he's doing. So Ken watches the videos as well. It's hilarious. He is a top bloke. We love you too, Bubs. Why did you sell the 79? Well, we had to. We had too much money parked up in it.
And not enough in our bank account.
And the loan was too big, so lucky we sold that. Lucky it could be sold so quick. But I miss it so much. I'm driving a 1HZ80 series now, guys. And
it's smoother. It's better as a passenger.
So much nicer. But it's so slow. But it does the job and it's reliable as hell. And if you're thinking of getting a 79 series to tow a caravan, definitely do it with a tune.
Yeah.
It was the best thing.
Well, like, it was just so reliable. Like,
so reliable.
That trip up north that we were just talking about, how we gunned it from Northern Territory to Queensland in 2 days. It was like 40 degrees outside, and we literally did like, what, 9-hour days, 10-hour days driving, and it didn't miss a beat.
I don't understand how something like that did not break. It was crazy. What is something unexpected that you liked about Tassie this time round?
Unexpected.
I know.
The weather. I hate cold weather.
Liked it.
And I was like, ooh, chilly, but the sun's out. It was brilliant.
Yeah, the unexpected thing was down the west coast.
Yeah.
When we did the west coast, we met this guy at a hardware shop in Zebra?
Not Zebra.
Zeehan.
Zeehan.
The most remote area there. And we met this guy, and he was so nice. I think it's because not many people go through there. And I told him I'll buy a hardware store. So he's like, all right, I'll see you back here in a couple of years. So
well, because that was his story. He had like gone there to work for a few months, and then he'd been there for like 20 odd years or more.
Yeah, so that
30 years.
It's not unexpected, but it was just really cool.
We met so many lovely, friendly people in
So many nice people, yep. Are you thinking of another caravan build at some point? Absolutely, yes.
The end.
The end.
End of video.
We have done something, guys, as my brother-in-law would say, extravagant. It's ridiculous.
But you won't see that
for a while.
Oh, wow. But you will see us next week if you would like to subscribe here and also to our side channel.
Yep.
Then you're going to see us a lot over the next month or two.
We're trying something new next week. It's like a feature length video of... It's just so cool. And then on the second channel, you're going to have about 7 videos going live on there.
Yeah, behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. So there you go. Jayco's going back. It's so sad. It went so quick.
Yeah.
1 year. Thank you all for following along again.
And thank you, Jayco, for trusting us with this beautiful thing.
Yes. Oh, we didn't talk about the club lounge. That was probably the best bit.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Jayco. We appreciate you guys so much. It was an opportunity that we are so happy we said yes to it. It's been amazing. So, thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
It's going to be good.
Bye. Merv's already left the building, by the way.
Oh, Merv's bloody...
Let's all just take a moment for Merv.
Merv needs some help.